Welcome to the Trades Podcast, a podcast about the business of home improvement and promoting the trades to young adults.
Yes. Happy days, everybody. This is the Trades Podcast. I am Danny.
And I'm Jeff.
And here we are at the BBB Ignite Podcast Studio here in sunny San Diego. We're always super happy to be back here. What do you think, Jeff?
I think it's a great day, and we're too blessed to be stressed.
That's right. Too blessed to be stressed. Just a lot of information out there needs to be put out there a little bit more about 2026, where the industries are at. That's what are geared here at the Trades Podcast to do. Get you some insights, get you some new stories, and some new backgrounds. And that's what we got to do today. We got a great new guest of 2026 and the Trades Podcast. We got Rafael Torres in the house. Rafael, how you doing?
Doing good, guys.
Yeah, glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. Very grateful to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Trades Podcast, we're all about, one, bringing the community together of contractors, learning about stories, and one, pushing it out there to people that may be interested in the trades, So how do we do that? We got to learn your story. You got to learn about Lefty's Plumbing, man. That's a great name. I don't know. Are you a lefty?
Yeah, I'm lefty.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So he's a lefty, AKA Lefty. Yeah. So introduce yourself, the plumbing company that you have, and just a little background about you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Rafael Torres. I grew up here in San Diego, went to school down South Bay. Grew up in Tijuana, cross the border every day to come to school. I know thousands of people still do that today. So I did that from elementary, middle school, high school. And then right after high school, when I worked for my dad in Tijuana, we had some pool halls down there. But right around age 30, when I wanted to start a family, the bar industry was not something that was very enforced, or that my wife didn't like it very much. So I kind of stepped out of that industry and found a job as a drain technician or drain helper, and then a drain technician at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. And so that was around age 30.
Yeah.
What year was that?
It was 2015.
Not that I'm trying to find out your age and everything.
So it was 2015. I'm 40 years old. I've been blessed to have that business background from my father, but that only allowed me to be able to operate the company to a certain level. So I started Lefty's Plumbing after I was working for a bigger brand name company here in San Diego. The name just came out as a high school nickname that I had playing baseball. So when I found that it wasn't taken, it wasn't like fully like branded, or I just took it and ran with it, and it's become a very interesting concept of the name, because I get phone calls from people that are left-handed. I've had people call me because their doggy is left-handed, their daughter's left-handed, my dad's left-handed, we're all left-handed at home, things like that. It becomes very memorable. So I really like the way that turned out.
And it's got some personal background to you also, it sounds like too. So
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I've never heard a dog has a left or a right hand.
Yeah, I guess when you face a dog's hand, you try to. That's what she told me. That dog will only pick up its left hand.
Okay, interesting.
All right.
We want to thank our sponsor. Superior Flooring Cabinet Designs is one of the landmark family-owned businesses in Encinitas. Owner Cheryl Robertson, with years of customer experience managing her family's hardware and cabinet business in North Park. Cheryl Robinson and the Superior team dive deep to learn about your project and help you find the perfect solution for your flooring and cabinetry needs. Call today at 760-436-0900 or visit www.superiorfloors.com.
Personal background to you also, it sounds like too. So very cool.
Yeah.
And I've never heard a dog has a left or a right hand.
Yeah, I guess when you face a dog's hand, you try to. That's what she told me. That dog will only pick up its left hand.
Okay, interesting.
All right. Yeah, I've never heard that too. That's cool. That's super catchy. I mean, it is super catchy. I had a few soccer teammates that were lefties. That was the nickname, Lefty.
So I know we probably have some Hispanic followers. So in Mexico, when I was growing up, they call it zurdo hecho derecho. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Yeah.
But that came out, and it became my slogan. Lefty does it right.
Yeah.
So then my slogan, the RIGHT, became my the values of my team was our acronym: reliable, integrity, gratitude, honesty, and thoroughness.
Nice.
When I promise we do it right, not us being cocky or anything, it's us being like, we're reliable, we have integrity, we're going to treat you right with gratitude and honesty and thoroughness. So it becomes something now that we really push. That's what really
absolutely. If you can't define your core values as a business owner, then you need to start over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and integrated it into the company name and your personal background. That's even better. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that core value kind of stems back to probably like what you mentioned earlier. You kind of learned a few of that from your dad, probably running the business and the pool hall and kind of how he interacted with people and how he just organized himself around the people.
Yeah.
And I mean, let us know what drew you to one. You said kind of get out. You want to start a family. But what drew you to the trades specifically? Was it just exposed from someone, or was it just like a job offer that you saw in the newspaper? What was it?
No, it was totally exposed through another high school buddy of mine. That it just came out as a topic. We were having beer, and he's asking me what you're up to. I told him I'm looking for work, and I was walking and crossing the border over to San Diego to look for work in the trades that I already knew. So I was bar hopping, trying to get bartending jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Dave and Buster's and trying to get a manager's job. That's like, who are you? They didn't know I had 12 years of experience. I believed in myself so much that I asked that for that decision.
Right.
But they had no clue, So my buddy asked me to come over the following Monday to get an interview, and that's what I did. I worked there for about a week. And what drew me is that day sitting in the interview room, like waiting for my turn to come up, and I heard the phones ringing and ringing and ringing. And for me, that was just money, because I knew what that meant. The phone was ringing. So
that's it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody needs a plumber at some point in their life. Absolutely.
So the other industry that I was also looking to do was a pool table service.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized the math, what percentage of people have a pool table in their house is really low. How often do they need a service or to move a pool table from one place to another? And then just 100% of humanity needs to take a poop. They need hot water. So it just added up. It's something that has been so much a blessing to me and my family. So
yeah,
definitely excited to be.
That's perfect. And I was imagine have to convince someone specifically. It was like, oh, why to get into plumbing? And it was like, well, I mean, everybody's got poop. Everybody's got to go to the bathroom, but everybody's going to have to fix that toilet at some point in their life. At a house, at a rental home, at an apartment, a hotel, something's going to go wrong at some point.
Yeah.
And who are they going to call? They got to call a plumber. So that's cool. But I imagine that's where it's a little tough to push that out to the younger generation. How's that conversation been like with your team? On growing, your business, the purpose that they have behind the work that they're doing. What's that culture like?
So I have a younger generation right now. Some of my guys they're in their 20s, early 20s. One of them is 19 years old. Other one right now is at 25. I found him or he found me through a nephew of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been more of just seeing my growth. I think helps them because they see where I started. I tell them my story. I started digging holes just like you got. I'm trying to inspire them by telling them that they don't have to take the next 10 years to get to where I'm at right now. If they like and appreciate it, my lifestyle's a little bit different than it was 10 years ago. Now I get to drive around, I get to travel, I get to help them. They see what we're selling. We're very transparent about what we're selling, about hitting our targets. They see how I make those phone calls. So I teach them about cold calling. I teach them about prospecting while they're at Home Depot. And that really, just like it did for me, if we're working for money, so if you see that there's money here and it's so easy to get it, I think it becomes easy for them to understand this is a trade that they should really get into and commit fully for the rest of their career.
Yeah.
It's a career for them.
That's a great conversation to have. I mean, all around, that touches from your soft skills to, just cold calling. How do you even talk to, the clients that you're going into the homes? How does that, even going into Home Depot. I mean, I'm interested to know what that looks like. The prospecting at Home Depot, how does that work? Or at the hardware stores and
Well,
stuff?
you have to be of service.
Mhm.
So that's what I am. I'm of service. If I see somebody struggling to pick up the toilet and help them up, put them on the cart,
Mhm.
then I ask them if they also need help installing it, hand them my card.
Mhm.
And I've gotten jobs like that. I've gotten water heater jobs.
Mhm.
I've gotten people calling me for repipes. Not that same day, but they call me after because I helped.
Mhm.
So if you can help somebody, I think that the belief that they would have in you, or the trust, and this guy help me, can ask me for anything, just give me his card. Now they have a magnet. That's what I give out. I give magnets. It's just a card. So for my magnet, next 6 months later, they call us up. I met you at Home Depot. Met you at Lowe's.
Mhm.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, I tell my clients too. Like after we work for somebody, it's not just you did this for you. I want them to understand that we're always driving around. My team will always be around if you get a flat tire, if you lost your key. It's just we're out there to serve. So
Mhm.
more than just plumbing crew.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a huge testimonial to one, how you getting clients, and then I mean, what you're teaching your crew. That's a big thing, and they're feeling confident in doing that. Have you seen it happen?
Yeah, I've seen it happen. I see the excitement.
Yeah.
They come in from what would be an auto parts store. At $19, and I show them how to go from 19 to 30 in a year.
Mhm.
That to them is a lot of speed.
Makes a big difference. Yeah.
Makes a big difference if
Mhm.
they could do that, and not only do that, but also see that they're going to be at 50 when they start making commission.
Mhm.
And I also incentivize them with 5% lead generations. If they bring in a water heater, they don't need to know how to install it. They get 5% every time. So that to them is also that little extra. If you kick out another $100 a week,
Mhm.
it's like $5,200 a year. That makes a lot of difference.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. The customer service attitude's always done well for me. I mean, I've never had a customer yell at me for bringing their trash cans in when they're coming up to the house.
Yeah.
Never.
Mhm.
Now, half the time they don't even notice,
Yeah.
but the other half they say, "Oh, thank you," and
Yeah, that thing.
starts a good conversation.
Yeah, for me, it's that integrity, not just the negative way, but really doing things that are positive without having to get recognition for it.
Yeah.
That's really valuable. It's just a personal thing.
Yeah, doing it for yourself for
Yeah.
sure. Because it's just kind of like what bringing your values that you grew up with into your business. I think that's a huge thing that I think a lot of people can kind of learn from. Put your own little twist, put your own little spice into your business, which is it's you. Especially if you're the head honcho, you're the boss, and you got a lot of people looking up to you. That's a big thing to just try to set that example. Mhm.
Mhm.
So now we got Lefty's Plumbing.
Yeah.
Now through our deep research of Google and stuff, and we know that you got another company too.
Yeah, new company just came out. Just launched it months ago.
Mhm.
It's Pop and Go Router.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So Pop and Go Router is a emergency pop and drains company.
Mhm.
That's where I started. I know there's a lot of value in that because I can hire people that have very little trade skills to learn how to pop drains. And but this is going to be developed into a national franchise. So that's been my vision. But I knew that Lefty's Plumbing would take me only so far when I'm struggling to find people that have like higher skill sets.
Mhm.
I can hire anybody from high school today, put them out a few months, they can be ready to do the drain cleaning and start making like service calls.
Mhm.
So it could be on Sundays when they're not in school. So the purpose of that is that. So I know Lefty Plumbing took me so far, but I realized that it was getting a lot expensive to advertise for drain cleaning, which was my strength.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And is popping a drain an acronym that
It's
in the
not.
plumbing field? I've never heard that.
Well, so if you're in the plumbing field, it's a term that gets used by us around because we're running service calls, and then if we're in a rush, pop and go. And customers don't know that word. It probably has probably not been heard a lot because of that.
Interesting.
Yeah, but we go in there and it just takes very little skill. You do a shower, for example. It takes 15 minutes. Pop, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. I'm trying to get that psychology of fast.
It's not that plunger popping the drain.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry, logo. Yeah, yeah. So put the plunger on there to just make it clear.
Yeah,
what we do.
Cool.
Awesome.
That's perfect. So, like you said, that coincides with Lefties. Yeah.
It does. So they started just by stepping out of the office, not being so much in the office. I had my son was being born at August 30th. So August 28th, 29th, and 30th, I was in the hospital. It's just like that was in the back of my mind. I just took time to dedicate to
just
it.
this past August. Oh, congrats! Yeah, amazing.
Did the logo in the hospital. Did I had my two babies born the same day.
Oh, nice, twins. Oh, yeah. Nice. I was like, wow. So you got kids, you got business, you got logos getting made. That's cool.
He's born and already has equity in the company.
That's great. That's cool. Congrats on both ends. Yeah, I mean I have seen that where companies where they'll make like a branch of another company to kind of fit in with either, like you said, different materials that they have already, and that they can cross train with whoever's already as your technicians, maybe on the plumbing side, if they want to fill in for the router side of things. I don't know if that's what you're doing.
What's the thing I heard? Some plumbers don't want to clear drains. You know, that's just the thing. And the way I see it is just another product. It's like Coca-Cola, Sprite, just two different things. You know, so it's just we are doing two very different things when we're building an ADU from the ground up, or when we're just doing service calls that are like consecutive throughout the day.
So you get a seasoned plumber and they kind of look down on having to pop drains.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm an apprentice. I've been training for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, and you want me to go do what?
Yeah, I haven't used this leg in the past 10 years. I'll just say that.
I get that, you know. But as a business owner, you know what? They're all drains. They're all water lines.
Yeah, as a business owner, the way that I see it is just that's the way that I got into the trades. It taught me how to dig a hole, and then they taught me how to snake a drain, and all that. The rest just started afterwards. I was not a plumber when I already had my company. Still don't consider myself like a full veteran plumber. Played at the solders and things, but when it comes to what my expertise is, I'm going to say it's going to be drain replacements is what we do.
Okay. Hey, you mentioned digging a hole a few times, Rafael. Sewer lines out in the lawn?
Sewer lines out in the lawn, clean outs out in the lawn.
Okay.
Yeah, trenches from the kitchen to the main, things like that.
Yeah. Those old ones damage and get clogged up with roots, and traditional ways to dig them up and replace them, huh?
Yeah, there's traditional ways. We have some like heavy equipment tools right now, which is a pipe bursting process that we do a lot. Not trenching. We have to go through a home about 40 feet without having to break up their living room, their kitchen, things like that. It just becomes quicker and cleaner for them.
Yeah.
That's what we do a lot of.
At some point, you can add in the ability to line the drains.
No, we have that.
You have that now?
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
We're doing that too. So it's just two different products. I tend to offer the liners where there is no cast iron. So when you line a cast iron drain line, it becomes brittle as it dries. So then you're surviving on liner over the next 5 years.
Cast iron dries out when it doesn't have.
Yeah, it's worse.
Did not know that.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I've done a lot of cast iron replacement with ABS underneath buildings, but never did lining.
Yeah, when you line the pipe, it makes it nice inside until you have to do it again. So gotta be careful with who you're hiring and what they're selling you, and I just try to be straightforward as I can. This helps. I do it. It's not what I recommend.
Interesting. I know a few people who've done that. I wonder if that's in the fine print. Now responsible for the cast iron now.
Yeah.
I'm sure California will find a way to make sure everybody gets rid of their cast iron at some point.
Yeah. Well, you still see the tile drains out there.
You still have Clay Middle Streets. So those are the lines that we like. When there's only directional access, if we have to go one way, to line it. We have access to digging 2 holes. We do the pipe bursting that requires 2 separate holes, one for access, one for.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty intricate. I mean, like you said, you got heavy machinery. Tell us a little bit about the crew. How many? You told us they're kind of in the younger generation. You got young as 19. You got some of the 20s. How many people total? Who's on the team?
So I got 5 techs right now and 5 helpers. I have an office administrative, helping us, I guess, helping us with payroll dispatch.
Nice.
Just helping me actually.
She's probably pretty busy.
Yeah.
Busy,
Yeah.
She's busy.
I say shout out to Andrea. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. That's a huge thing. I mean, so like you said, a little bit before we started pressing record, you talked about some more business development stuff that you've been doing for yourself personally, for the business. Where are you at on that part, and how are you incorporating that into your business now?
Right, for personal development, something that I preach to them a lot. Working hard will only get you so far. So you work on yourself. So I tell my guys, if you want access to what I built, it's not going to be by digging holes. I went to the conferences, I read the books, I met the people like that. I just tell them I have everything that I've done. It's in my sequence. If you want the same result, it's like a recipe. I make it accessible to them if they want it. Some of them are interested. They could come with me and they really approach it with curiosity.
Yeah.
How do I get here?
So you've got somebody that's worked with you for a little while, and they're open. Sounds like you're pretty open, and they say I want to start my own business. Would you encourage them to do that? Help them with the tools to do that?
Yeah. So that's what Pop and Go is. It's a business development for them. It's a business in a box, is what we're calling that. So right now we're going to open up in Arizona in April. So I have the business available for Leo to leave and start Pop and Go there. Just we're going to find the way to distribute the equity in it, but the responsibility of him having to go and market for himself, find a new name, do the licensing, the insurance, find the contracts, all that we could do up in the corporate while he's just running it like if it was a franchise.
Okay.
So yeah, it's available for anybody. If somebody's listening to this and they're in high school and they don't want to go to college, they can come work for me at Lefty's or Pop and Go for a good couple of years. And if the interest is there still, or they want to go on their own, it becomes available to anybody.
Fantastic. So it sounds like you've created a great system for not only growing your business, but to help other people's grow their business also.
Yeah, that option, so people don't, like for myself, I did not, I knew in 12th grade I was not going to college. I just dropped out my last semester. I went to work for my dad. People go to college, they drop out halfway. So people go to military, come back, they don't know what to do. So all that is available. You don't have to go to college. You can come work for me. I train you how to do plumbing or how to do drain cleaning and how to make money doing it. And next thing you know, you're at $150,000 annual career.
Yeah, that's a consistent.
Cool.
It's been proven. It's a I guess COVID proof, you're recession proof style businesses within the construction trades. A lot of those trades are not specialty, where it's going to be needed. It's a necessity. So for anybody listening, like you said, man, he's offering it out to you right here directly. Rafael, he said it. He's got a business for you. He's got a job for you. That's awesome. Especially having two, especially again, you can cross train wherever you start, and tell us that process. So you have someone outside of high school. What do they do at your company?
It's a mindset. You're going to want it. You're going to show up and do the work. It's hard work. You're going to do it for the rest of your career. If my guys don't show up tomorrow, I have to go this home. It's the reality of it. So it doesn't stop. You got that mindset. You're going to work hard. And if you want the responsibility, sometimes as you're 18 years old, how interested you are in making like a good living. And if you're willing to do whatever it takes to get there, this is a path. It's not the only path.
Yeah.
It's created wealth for me. I think it could do it for anybody else too.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's been so many layers of what we've been talking about, just of like fulfillment. of everything that the trades and what your career specifically for you has been able to do for you. One, you said, I want to start a family. I was like, okay, all right, well, look at my options. Where am I going to, how and where does that look like? Do I continue with family, or do I start off with this, with the company that, my buddy introduced me to and, kind of exposed you to that.
Yeah.
So you went that path, and now it has fulfilled almost everything that you're looking to do. Now you're helping other people do that.
Yeah.
It's a full circle. Seems like a full moment for you to, kind of bring that back to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was actually like a long-term goal. It's a thing that as you build like credibility, you need those results. So people at the beginning, they didn't know what my vision was. If you ask somebody what my vision is today, my team will tell you we want to be national. We're going to be like that business of pop and go. My dream is we have 10,000 service experts all around America.
Amazing.
So
yeah,
I'm helping the path right now with Leo. That's number one. We have a lot more to go. So,
nice.
Anywhere in the U.S., somebody's gonna need a drinker.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, and just providing the blueprint, like you said, it's already laid out. It's hard work. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long-term thing that if someone decides to do it, this is going to be, it's going to be fulfilling for them and their family and whoever it is that they interact with, because it's just going to be like a web where it just, could start spreading out. And I can see it. I can see it. It's determined, and it's going to happen. So that's awesome. Imagine you walk in here, you got your red Lefty shirt, you got the Lefty hat. That's some good marketing. You got the name behind it, you got the slogan. Has this always been your vision for the marketing piece? Tell us a little bit about your strategy on that part.
Yeah, since I was at the bar, my job was to fill the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my responsibility. I get people in there. I would go to the lights and give out flyers, and if we had an event, I would go right to chairs and bring them. So my job was to treat people and to entertain them. So I had to learn about marketing, and I learned it through like UFC fights, what people want. And so it's just colors and numbers for me. Something that I enjoy doing. So,
nice.
Branding is a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you handle reviews? You get positive and negative reviews possibly, and
we get positive reviews, and I respond to the negative reviews so that people can see my response to the same message. I do not pay people to remove the reviews. I've heard some people have terrific 5-star reviews. I know something wrong right there. I leave my reviews. If you go on Yelp, you'll see my response, and it's a long response so that people are reading, they understand that there's another side to the story.
Yeah.
We get a lot of referrals. The reviews are there. They're really, really helpful. Just creates that trust. I think that's what it does.
Absolutely. I was talking with another company, and they were looking at the reviews and then going to ChatGPT and says, help me define from the customer's perspective our core values. Because you get enough reviews there, you show trends and things like that you as, trying to read them all, that's a lot of data to comprehend.
Okay.
Do you ever try that?
No, I should. I like it.
Yeah. It's especially if you got a lot of reviews. I mean, if you only have a dozen, it's probably not enough data to show a trend. But when you get a bunch of them, that's what people are starting to do.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I think we're pretty aligned with what we do. And so my values are reliability, integrity, gratitude, honesty, and thoroughness. So I think that becomes a way of doing things for us. Inside and outside of work, I push for that. You guys are not reliable at home. Not be reliable here. So, that's just the way it is. Somebody's having an argument with his wife, and they approach, take the day out. Like things better over there is I don't need you like this here. I be reliable to my clients if they're trying to fix your house. Yeah, things like that.
That's pretty cool. A lot of bosses say, leave your problems at home. You need to get to work.
You fix them before you come.
Yeah. That's harder
to say that. Yeah.
Easier said than done. Is that what they say?
Yeah. No, but that puts a stamp on like the culture that you're building, just with even within, with the people that you have, all your crew of, the almost a part of, if you can't help yourself, then, then it's almost seems like you won't fit in here, because we're here in the service of helping people here, and being in their homes. And sometimes as customer service representatives or technicians, we got to be a ear for them, for them to be talking and for us to listen, where they're their psychologist or their therapist at the same time telling us, yeah, something like that, because we always end up there just a little bit more, but that's that customer service that seems like you're building, and that allows for them to know that you're there for them, to know that, hey, when you do clock in, I'm here for you, but if you do need some time off, take some time off for yourself. Yeah. And for your family. It means a lot, I'm sure, to them too.
Yeah. And then we have people that, because of that, then now they show up on December 31st at 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I do, because of that they know that if it's their mom's birthday and they have to go to dinner early, they're going to go. I'm not going to restrict certain things that they would have been important to me. So why not allow them? When time comes when it's just holiday, so it's holiday, we're 24/7 emergency service company. So that's what we signed up for. Show up. I'm very strict on that, and I allow for people to not show up, and then the guys that do, like Leo, he gets a shot.
There's opportunities. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah. Do you in your marketing, do you have positive things that have worked out for you can tell us about, and things that didn't work?
Yeah, so there's those agencies that call, bigger agencies that send leads to 10 different plumbers, and I don't like those. I shouldn't mention any names, but they're out there. Those don't work for me. I don't like the business model, so I don't support it. I don't give them more money, and I just do the organic of cold calling, emails, and referrals. We do that. Yelp has been really helpful for me because of that. When the reviews are higher, we're like a restaurant. If you want to go to eat at a nice place, you're gonna see reviews, whether you read them or not. That's another story. But if they're up there, like mine, I think I'm at 4.7, 4.8. So that's high for 9 years in it.
Yeah. I'd agree with you. If somebody has 5 stars, it could be possible, but
you might usually
not
nine times out of 10, you're going to see maybe 6 or 7 reviews just on their page to be at 100%. So for 9 years in the business, and you have that rating, that's huge. And as much as referrals that you do get, that just says everything on on the resume for your guys' company. So
some good clients that we've done. Mom's house, the sister's house, the in-laws house.
Yeah.
I'm the 8th house right now. Just from one client.
Yeah. Now, what was obviously there's going to be more great choices, but what's a really good choice that you made on that marketing piece recently that you can maybe pass along to some other business owners out there that might want to try a method that you implemented?
So the one thing that I see for smaller business owners is if they don't wrap their vehicles, guys, we need to if you're parked in front of the house and be there for a couple hours, and they're going to see you, and they're going to have if they're walking down the road, keep your truck clean, hand them a card when they're walking their dog. Things like that work. Just keep it organic. That allows me to keep my costs down too. I'm not spending $80,000 on TV and commercials to get paid. So it's just that. Try to get little. What would that be? Investment into marketing.
Yeah.
And try more on the branding side of things. Get your name out there.
Yeah. There's definitely the business thought that instead of investing in marketing, invest in customer service. Yeah. Let it grow organically in the long run. Their train of thought is the organic will outpace the marketing spend.
Yeah. Another thing right now that I'm pushing more harder on 2026 is commercial accounts that I was not pushing on. I just realized by doing my books for the last year and doing all the reporting, we had 25% of our business last year come from 10% of our clients. That's all commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that are generating income. Those are the ones that are
Okay.
on time. They're the ones that are going to, they know that. So if I have apartment clients, so they own 10, 12 buildings, you know that I'm going to be there for them and treat their tenants right, which are the people that are paying his bills to pay me. So it's just a circle. So for now, I just show up, do the work. Doesn't ask me about how much it is. We already developed that trust. Hey, it gets done. I need to fix it. I don't want to have this problem. You show up. And then when we're done with that building, you're going to move to this one. Now we just have flow.
So
Mm-hmm.
more repeat business out of
Repeat business, and they have the money. You know, it's a business. It's a business.
Mm-hmm.
So they're generating income. So it's a lot easier to collect $40,000 from a person that has a business than from somebody that is, you know, the company we say 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So it becomes an issue when I need to repack the house from a person that is have $300,000 income.
absolutely. Very
Yeah.
good perspective on that.
Yeah, definitely for those business owners. I mean, if you're just in that residential space, there's always that big ticket item is on the commercial side is what I've always heard. Yeah, that's big. So, I mean, so you made you had great choices. You've had, some that were less of, great. What's some of the biggest lessons that you've maybe had as a business owner, that have maybe played out to be where you are in your success today?
Lessons, challenges, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So at the beginning, my habits were a challenge. I was drinking, I was doing drugs, could not lead anybody, could not lead my life. So I really changing that to now, like stop drinking, get your life together, get your life in order. You could really help people if you're helping yourself. And not only that, you also get the respect from people because they know it's this guy is serious about what he's telling us. He's doing it, and you lead by example, right?
Yep.
So that's just what it is. And then that's for me. That's been the way to keep my business growing because the guys that I have, we now have like I don't know what they do in their personal life, but I tell them, this is a personal thing. You guys are here in my house every day. This is the business that my kids are going to have. And we're going to people's homes. You cannot have drug addicts showing up or driving my vehicles, having accidents. We haven't had a workers' comp issue or an accident on the freeway since we started. So just because I'm very particular about who I hire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good rule to have.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Some of the, I mean, those are challenges, on that side. And what does the future look for you guys right now? What are some big choices or moves? I know you talked about the pop and go. That's big itself already. But how about strictly for Lefties?
So Lefties is just moving on to less service, and we're doing service, but we're doing more commercial.
Mhm.
So now we can get into accounts. We just landed a Hilton account. We landed property management that has 20,000 doors under their belt. So we're going to be all over their accounts for apartments. So that's what Lefties is going to start doing. And then Pop and Go is just going to be the thing that we develop as a new business.
Huge. That's exciting. So 2006 is going to be busy. And you got close to being a 1-year-old. I mean, well, a few months old. Yeah. 5 months old. Yeah.
Keep you up at night? The baby keep you up at night? Good deal.
That's good. I mean, it's been. I mean, one, learning more about your company, your story. Right here, SoCal, Tijuana raised. It's huge. So I mean, obviously, you're backing and representing a big community, the Hispanic community out here in San Diego. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I get children now. I know that I haven't given myself enough credit for what I've done, and right now it's that year that I really start feeling more proud of what I've done. The year just ended, and at the beginning of the year, I just didn't know like what to wish for, what to go for. And I thought I had like to just have it like made, kind of like just I'm moving to a new house. I got my baby that we've been waiting on, so things like that. So the next moves for me is that what the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So helping my team accomplish their dreams. That was my dream January 1st, because I didn't know what I wanted for myself. I got my house, I got my business, I got everything going well. I know the future, the way that's going to look. And I talked to my team about this. If you guys could have this problem next year, that you don't know what you want because you have everything that you've been dreaming of. Just go for your goals, but go for your dreams. Just at least my dream house to go. Because a lot of that house is like 10 or 12 years ago, and it was my retirement home. If you ask me, where are you going to live when you retire? Like, oh, house in Alpine, Lake. Yeah, it's magical for me how that can happen 20 years sooner. And for me, it was that, like, trying to help my guys do that for them. Go for your dreams.
Yeah,
That's what the message was.
yeah. I can feel it's gonna happen. That's cool. Just a chain of reaction. Usually it just starts with one little ripple effect, and then it gets spread out to everybody else. So that's huge. That's awesome. Good goals. Our goals here, I mean, we haven't really talked about it too much here at the podcast, but continue to keep hearing stories like yours and passing them out to people so they know and they can learn from just backgrounds, just knowing that everybody might have something similar that it can take from what you just shared with us and take it from there. And of course, if they want to reach out to you and start their journey with you, because they can resonate with your story, what's the best way to reach out? What's the best way to get connected with you?
I'm still answering my phone, so my phone number is 619-717-4152. But social media is a good thing to connect on. That's the Rafael Lefty Torres. It's very easy. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. So
perfect.
That's a place. So yeah, Hispanic community, guys. It's we tend to think that there's challenges. I think the minorities mainly, and also Black community. I get people that work for me, and we just with that upbringing, but we also work harder. So I think it's a trade that anybody can start a business. You don't have to be a college graduate. It took me a year, not only because I had some background, and I also had the guts to go for it. And if you guys have it, just go.
Yeah, a little bit of support from family and friends.
A bit of support, yeah. I've always had that. People, friends of mine, it's a relationship like Abraham that's here with us today from middle school, and still helping me. I remember my friend Rodrigo. I didn't have a band. I was you make me cry. He sells cars, so he helped me get my first band. So
okay, cool.
That's great. Yeah, just that network of friends, and sometimes just true. They become more family than the ones that are your family.
Yeah,
that's always a key thing to keep around. Just like Abraham right here. Shout out to you.
What I see is a great example of not so much paying it back, but paying it forward.
Yeah,
somebody helped you, you help somebody else.
Yeah. That's all it takes sometimes to build a community, and that's how the community really starts and thrives. So yeah, we're excited to hear more about Lefty's Pop and Go growing and just learning more about it. And it's a beautiful thing. And 2026 is, everybody says, it's my year and everything. Yeah, just every year is your year. Make it your year.
Yeah. Turn it down, make it the daily thing. Guys, if you're going for your dreams, you have to work on them every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And what I'm doing here today is push forward for my dream. I really appreciate the opportunity that you have giving you here, not just for what it can do for me, but just taking this message out. If I can inspire a handful of you guys that are watching, and you just make it so that you understand how simple it is to go get what you need to get done.
That's right.
Absolutely. That's one of our goals there, Rafael, is, pay it forward. There's people out there that could have heard that one sentence from you today and it changed their life. So, thank you for coming on and telling your story.
Heck yeah. And if you're lefty, call lefties.
Yeah. Lefty, call lefties. If you're righty, call the guys that do it right. So if you have to remember to call anyway.
That's right. That's cool. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.